Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, and welcome back to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at the way he feels when he catches sight of you. So please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. Before we get started with your pile selection, I want to give a quick shout out to my sponsor, Keen. So this is how my best friend almost ruined my relationship. It started with a missed call from Emily on my boyfriend Kyle's phone at a weird time. Then I saw a missed call from Kyle on Emily's phone as well. I wondered why they'd call each other while I'm at work. My heart raced. I trust them, but I couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. I felt uneasy about Emily before. A year ago, I noticed how she and Kyle seemed to click, sharing jokes and glances that made me uncomfortable. Once I even caught Emily smiling at a message from Kyle, and when I asked him about it, he said it was private. I just dismissed it as paranoia due to my trust issues, but the doubt lingered. The new incident made my old suspicions resurface. Kyle became more secretive, always on his phone, which was unusual for him, and Emily started cancelling plans last minute, which wasn't like her. Everything seemed off and my anxiety grew. I confronted Kyle about the call, but he brushed it off as a mistake. But when I asked Emily, she said she didn't even remember calling at all. Their vague answers made me even more anxious. I needed to know the truth, so that's when I decided to consult with a tarot reader from Keen. I browsed Keen's website, searching for the right psychic for my situation. I found one specializing in relationship readings with great reviews. But it was her energy that caught my attention, so I decided to consult with her, hoping she could reveal the truth. I explained my fears and asked for clarity. As she began typing, I just felt a gnawing anxiety, fearing the truth I might hear. She told me the cards speak of betrayal, and my stomach dropped. Then she added, but they also speak of celebration, a union of hearts. Confused and frustrated, I asked, what does that mean? Her vagueness felt like torture. The truth lies in what you choose to see. The betrayal may not be what you think. Sometimes the heart sees what it fears, not what is real, she responded. I left the chat more confused than ever. Over the next few days, her words echoed in my mind, turning every interaction with Kyle and Emily into something sinister. The final straw came when I saw Kyle and Emily together at a coffee shop, speaking in hushed tones. They didn't see me, but I saw enough to confirm the worst. I left in tears. Back home, I felt broken. How could they betray me? But as I paced around, the tarot reader's words returned to me. Celebration? Union of hearts? Could there be another explanation? The next day, I decided to confront them. I know something's going on, I blurted out. Just tell me the truth. Kyle and Emily exchanged a glance, then smiled. We were going to tell you tonight, Emily said softly. Tell me what? I demanded. Kyle pulled out a small velvet box. We've been planning a special anniversary surprise for you. Our 3-year anniversary is next month. Emily helped me because you trust her taste more than mine. My mind reeled as everything fell into place. The strange calls, the secret meetings, the cryptic conversations. It was all for me. I felt a flood of relief and guilt. The tarot reader's words made sense now. The betrayal was actually my own mistrust, twisted by my fears. I hugged them both, tears streaming down my face as the weight of doubt lifted. They've been planning something beautiful for me, not against me. So I realized that sometimes trust means choosing to see love, even when fear blinds you. I hope you enjoyed that little nugget of my personal life, and if you've had thoughts about something you need clarity on, Keen connects you with talented psychics, tarot readers, and astrologers, available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so you can get a reading whenever it suits you. Just create an account and you'll be able to choose from the hundreds of readers who are online right now. Each reader has unique gifts and specialties, so whether you need insights on love, career, or life in general, they can provide deeper understanding and guidance. Choose whichever reader best suits you, and you'll be able to connect with them via phone call or text chat. It's always best to get a personal psychic reading if you'd like more accurate information on your situation, because it is directed only to your energies. Now, here's your chance to get a personalized reading from Keen. As a new customer on Keen, you can try your first 5 minutes for only $1. Go to trykeen.com/psychic-siren-tarot or click the link in my description box below to receive a discount on your first reading. Thank you, Keen, for bringing this partnership opportunity and for sponsoring today's video. That's trykeen.com/psychic-siren-tarot or click the link in my description box below to get your own personalized reading today at a huge discount. So getting back to your pile selection, for pile number 1, we have the rose quartz crystal. For pile number 2, we have amethyst. And for pile number 3, we have green aventurine. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile, pick whichever one you're most drawn to. So once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number ones. If you chose this rose quartz crystal and this card, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at the way he feels when he catches sight of you. So your card says the golden children in the reverse with inner child, tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts. So please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, then please find my email address in the description box below. So how I feel called to doing things today with this reading is I'm kind of just going to keep this oracle card here as your main card, pull some tarot cards for you to see how this person feels, and then after that we are going to channel, where I'm going to write everything I see, and then at the end you can take a screenshot of it if you want to. So at the end I'll be using my clairvoyance to channel. So let's just get started with your reading straight away. So keep your person in mind while I shuffle your cards. Spirit guides of pile number 1. Spirit guides of pile number 1. Can I please tap into the energies of the person on pile 1's mind? Can I please tap into the energies of the person on pile number 1's mind? And can I please tap into the way this person feels, the way he feels when he catches sight of pile number 1? Can I please see the way he feels when he catches sight of pile number 1? So we do have the 3 of Wands showing up in the reversed. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the 7 of Pentacles. The 8 of Swords. Okay, so what I'm seeing so far, 6 of Wands at the back of the deck, what I'm seeing so far with how this person feels. While I'm hearing this song, I always feel like somebody's watching me by Michael Jackson. So perhaps you and this person are in some kind of separation right now, or perhaps this person just watches you a lot, like either on social media or in person, just stares at you a lot if you're not in separation and there's no like stalking kind of going on like on social media. Then it could be that this person just likes to stare at you and may sort of sense you staring at them back. There is a feeling here of them being quite intrigued by you every time they catch sight of you. I see him thinking you're so mysterious and thinking like he wants more information on you, but he doesn't know how to ask or how to exactly like find that information on you or get to know you better. So I do see a feeling of intrigue and curiosity here. And I do feel a feeling of like I'm watching you intently to try to figure out your next move or try to observe you in some way. If this is a separation or no contact situation, then this person is definitely stalking you on social media and they're kind of like wondering a lot about you, trying to find information on you. I think that they feel very confused in terms of what their next step should be with the Three of Wands reverse. The feeling I'm getting from your person is that they feel as though they've been putting in some kind of effort consistently for a long-term period. And they feel as though, well, he feels as though like things have been going so well in your connection, and he's kind of just been putting in effort consistently, but now he doesn't really know what his next step should be. For others of you, there is this feeling here of like, I saw a future with you, but it didn't exactly happen the way I expected it to. Like, I really tried my best to make this relationship work. You know, things were going really well between us, but then something happened where now it's not. So for some of you, I feel that separation, no contact energy of like, what happened? I'm confused. Why did we stop talking? Why did we stop seeing each other? Why did we stop putting in effort? And there's just this whole feeling of confusion and why? Why did this happen? Questioning it. Okay? For very few of you, this person kind of led you on and made you think that there was something there, but there wasn't. Like in a separation kind of setting, but you would intuitively know if that's your message. If this person kind of just gave you mixed signals, like led you on in some way, said the things you wanted to hear, you'd know if that's your message. But I just feel like that's for very few of you. Where they were confused on like what they wanted, right? They didn't know what they want. So for the rest of you, I do sense this feeling here of like, I want to put in effort and I want to take the next step towards you, but I don't exactly know how to do that. I don't exactly know what to say or what to do. And this feeling of feeling stuck because of that. So that's how he feels when he catches sight of you. He feels like he should do something big, or he should kind of like make his next move, but he doesn't know what to do yet, or how to do it, or how to kind of approach the situation with you. Some of you, you're not dating this person yet, but this person wants you, wants to kind of get to know you, wants to put in effort into your connection, has like some kind of crush on you, but is a little bit intimidated by you and by the thought of like coming up to you and speaking to you, even though they want to put in that effort consistently. This person wants to do something big, loud, and bold to get your attention or to show you that they like you or care for you. So they might be sort of in the stage of planning things, but also feeling confused on what to do at the same time. Like, I'm seeing someone kind of plan something and then they're writing it down and then they scrap that piece of paper. So this person could kind of be thinking in their head what to do next whenever he catches sight of you. Kind of in this mode of planning what I'm going to do next, but then sort of scrapping it, not feeling like it's a good enough idea. So that is what I see. I also see a sense of seriousness here, like this feeling of I'm growing older, I want to settle down. I don't want to just like play around or play games. This feeling of like I've grown up and I see love in a very mature way now. So I see him feeling that way right now. And he kind of just wants to take this connection seriously and not play games, or, you know, that kind of energy is coming through with this card reverse and all these pentacle cards. I get this feeling from him that he's taking your connection seriously and he wants to make this work. He wants to put in effort. He wants to be consistent. He wants to show you that he cares. For others of you, if you are in a separation with this person, how I'm reading this card is things used to be like so innocent between the two of us. Maybe we had like some kind of puppy love. You know, something was really going well between the two of us, but then something just changed out of nowhere. And I don't know why this happened, and I'm confused. Again, like the overall feeling of confusion for the no contact situations where it's like, how did this happen? Why did this happen? how do we go from like being so happy together to not even speaking to each other? That's the type of feeling I'm getting for those in separation. So I'm just mentioning the different things I see here because there's many of you watching. So I'm going to pick up on different energies. Please bear with me. So I do also see this person admiring your beauty whenever he catches sight of you. He thinks you're very glamorous in nature. He also thinks you put in a lot of effort into the way you look and the way you kind of carry yourself. Maybe there's this feeling here of self-love that I'm picking up on from you, and he can sense that about you by the way you carry yourself. He may also stare at your selfies or pictures a lot. I am seeing that too. And kind of look at you as if you're like a goddess or something like that's coming through. This person also feels very grounded within this connection whenever he catches sight of you. He feels like this is the connection he wants to take seriously. He feels like, although he doesn't know what to do next, he wants this and he wants to pursue this. That is the way he feels when he catches sight of you. And he also feels like there's a lot of potential for your connection to last in terms of longevity in the long term with these pentacle cards. And there's this feeling here of like, I see potential of us lasting and being in a good, like successful connection that lasts, if that makes sense. So that is what I see with these first few cards. Let's pull some more. What else is he feeling when he catches sight of pile number 1, please? We have the 3 of Cups. So although there is this feeling of seriousness, there is also a feeling here of like, sometimes I just want to be playful with you or make jokes with you. That kind of energy is coming through here. So we have the 3 of Cups, the 10 of Cups, the Ace of Wands, 9 of Wands reversed, and the Page of Pentacles at the back of the deck. I think this person finds you irresistible in some way, very, very hard to resist. There is this feeling of being tempted by you or finding you quite alluring in some way whenever he catches sight of you. There is this feeling of like a strong sexual energy coming from him with the Ace of Wands here. This is about his sexual energy and desires. So he may feel like turned on by you whenever he catches sight of you, or he may feel like a sense of desire for you, either sexually or romantically, whenever he catches sight of you. But he knows that that desire isn't something that's going to be fulfilled right away. For some of you, I'm getting this vibe from this person where like he knows he has to put in a lot of effort in order to even get to that like second base with you, if that makes sense. Like maybe some of you haven't been intimate with this person yet, and he knows that, or he maybe feels like you're kind of playing hard to get, or he kind of has to chase after you or put in the work to even get there. So that is something I see, but he doesn't mind chasing after you. He doesn't mind doing that. And if you have already been intimate with this person, then this could point towards the feeling of like, although we're already together, although we're already intimate, I still almost like want to chase after you and pursue you and court you, just like when we first met, you know? So that is the feeling you bring out in him, okay? For those in separation, there is still a feeling here from him of like, I want to chase after you or try to pursue you, even though I know something has changed between the two of us. I don't exactly know what to do yet or what big, bold move I'm going to make yet, but I still desire you or I still want you, even though we're not in contact or we're not um like dating anymore. There is this feeling there of like, I still desire you, I still feel something towards you, and it hasn't gone away even though I've tried to. You know, it's very hard letting you go. It's very hard to not think about you. This is how this person feels, regardless of whether you're in separation or not. Like this feeling of like, it's hard to resist you, it's hard to not think of you, you're always running through my mind. Again, that feeling of you kind of tempting this person in some way. not just sexually, but in a way of like, I can't help but like want you, or I can't help but like want to come towards you or want to put an effort towards you. So that's what I see here. I do see this person, he is feeling like you're very yummy, or like I keep getting that desired type of energy here, but with the Ace of Wands too, there's a lot of attraction that he feels towards you whenever he catches sight of you. But there's also this feeling here of excitement and, you know, being very happy with the Ace of Wands, feeling the surge and rush of energy whenever he catches sight of you, of like excitement and that type of energy with the Ace of Wands. Ten of Cups here also tells me there's deeper feelings here he has for you that he either has or has not expressed yet whenever he catches sight of you. And again, this feeling of like, I see potential for longevity within our connection. And I also feel like I can be playful with you and banter with you and, you know, take things seriously with you, but also not take things seriously at some times where it's just like we're playful and laughing together. So I do sense that energy here. There is also a feeling of friendship, like you two can be friends outside of romance with the Three of Cups. For those that did feel led on by this person, perhaps they were, that's just for the few of you that did resonate with that one message earlier. Um, there is this feeling that maybe they were pursuing you, but also other people at the same time. And maybe they weren't taking you seriously at the time, but maybe now there are regrets here of like, I wish I took this seriously. I wish I put in more effort. I wish I was consistent. I wish I never went to the other person. That kind of energy showing through here. So I'm going to remove these cards, and now I'm going to channel whatever I can get from this person's energy. Okay, so how this is going to work is I'm just going to write everything I see, what I see clairvoyantly, what I hear, what I feel, and then you'll get the chance to take a screenshot of it. I don't think I'm going to fill up the whole page because that's going to take really long, but we'll see how far we get. So I am hearing two different songs that I just want to get for you. So the first one I'm hearing is called Playing Games by Summer Walker. And I feel like that relates to the energy we spoke about for the people that felt like this person didn't take you seriously, but maybe has regrets about that. So, you know, maybe this person realizes that they were playing games and not taking you as seriously as you deserve to be taken. And it only hurt them in the end because as I was talking, I moved my hand against this and the shell kind of like scratched me and it hurt. So it hurt this person more than it hurt you. And I just suggest listening to that song if you related to what I said. That's not going to relate to everybody, but maybe for others of you, this could be like, I don't want to play games with you. I want to take you seriously. Like, I've grown up now, or this feeling of I wasn't grown when I met you, but now I want to grow up and I don't want to play games anymore. Take it as it resonates for you. The next song I'm hearing are for those that are in separation. Let me just get these songs. I also want to say with this energy, this person could be feeling very sad at the moment if you are separated, or if there are regrets here of like them not taking you seriously. Because Summer Walker, some of her songs have like this very sad, melancholic vibe to it. So he could be feeling that way if he didn't take you seriously, or if there are regrets. So I'm just gonna write sad and regrets. This person could pretend as if they have no regrets because I'm seeing I'm seeing a vision of someone have like a no regrets tattoo, but I feel like, I'm sorry for laughing at that. I'm just laughing at the no regrets tattoo, not at you. But I feel like this person kind of pretends they don't feel sad even though they do, or pretends they don't care when they do. That's for those in separation. This person kind of pretends they have no emotions when he does. Okay, so I'm just gonna write separation here. Okay, so the next song I'm hearing, I had to take a while to find it because I forgot the singer's name. Her name is Shoko Karai. I don't know how to pronounce it. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. And the song is called What We Started. And basically, she talks about having like a beautiful, sweet love with someone. And they started something so beautiful, but somehow it ended up turning rotten, sour. Like it just didn't end up manifesting in the way they wanted it to. And so again, it's relating back to that feeling for those in separation or no contact, where it's like we started something beautiful, but how did it end up here? How did we get here? Like what happened between the two of us? Maybe there's this feeling of lacking closure for the both of you, where maybe both of you lack closure, both of you don't understand why or how this happened. um so that kind of is consistent with the message I gave earlier about like confusion and how did this happen. So I'm going to move on to other energies I see. Let me just close my eyes. So spirit guides of pile number 1, please show me how he feels when he catches sight of pile 1. Okay, I don't know why I keep getting messages for those in separation first. Just bear with me. You can always skip forward if you don't want to hear this, if this doesn't relate to you. But I'm seeing something about like, for some of you, not all of you, I'm letting you go to set you free, for those in separation. But there is also a feeling of missing you at the same time and wondering if that's the right thing they should do. And the reason why this is coming through like this is because this person just wants to be at peace and they want you to be at peace and they don't want to hold on to any grudges or anything like that. And so, or they or they just feel like maybe they don't know how to make this work if you are in separation. For some of you, not all. You'll know if this is your message. How will they know? How will they know, Spirit? If you guys have tried to fix things or make things work, but nothing has ever worked, then that is your message. Okay, show me more, Spirit, how he feels when he catches sight of pile 1. There is like bedroom energies here, lust. We did pick that up in the cards, but it's showing up again through clairvoyance. So pretty consistent with what we saw earlier. So he feels lust whenever he sees you. He feels turned on by you whenever he sees you. Just this overall feeling of sexual attraction and desire, okay? Something about the way you smell smells really good. So he could like your scent and he could really like to be close to you, to smell you. Or he could miss your scent if you're in separation. Take it as it resonates. Okay, I'm getting a really weird vision, but I'm going to explain how I'm reading this energy. So for some of you, if this person did do something they regret, I don't know why this energy keeps coming up, because earlier we were channeling like such a positive energy with the cards and I wasn't getting much about separation, but for some reason in this channeling part, I'm getting a lot on these separations. But anyways, what I saw was like a vision of someone eating bugs. And I know that sounds really gross, but like I'm seeing that vision. And how I'm reading that vision is I regret some of my actions and I'm disgusted by my own actions. So for some of you, this person feels that way. If they did something to hurt you, they are disgusted by their own actions. Because when I think of eating bugs, automatically I think of the feeling of disgust, fear factor, that type of energy. So yeah, that's what I see. And I'm seeing someone like bake something sweet now. So perhaps this person kind of feels like they want to be sweet to you, because when I think of baking, I'm thinking of like cakes and sweet snacks and stuff like that. So I'm thinking like maybe this person wants to do something sweet for you or say something sweet to you, or they just kind of feel like you're so delicious and yummy, like the sexual attraction again, and they kind of just want to eat you up, like not not in a bad way, but like in a sexual way. Or there's this feeling of like desire here, craving you even, because I'm thinking of cravings. So I'm thinking of craving you. Okay, show me more, Spirit. There is a feeling here of jumping through hoops to impress you. This person may feel as though you're not someone easily impressed by the bare minimum. Which, yes, queen, as you should. But I'm getting this feeling of like, this person almost like jumping through hoops to impress you, but nothing really impresses you. Nothing really like satisfies you fully. But this person doesn't mind the chase. They actually like it. They actually like the fact that you hold yourself to a high standard. And it's not like you demand princess treatment, but if someone wants to be with you, they're gonna have to put in a lot of effort. And this person knows that. They don't mind. But I am sensing this feeling of like, will I ever make you happy? Or what can I do to actually impress you? Am I good enough? Like a feeling of questioning themselves because of that, or sort of doubting themselves because of that. So I'm just going to write, will I be good enough for you? Or ever impress you? Or catch your attention even? And I also heard a word now. What did I hear? I'm trying to remember. There is a feeling here of, do you even like me? Do you even like me back? So this person may be feeling confused. We did pick up on a lot of confusion, so there might be different reasons for confusion. Do you even like me or want me? I'm seeing fire, but specifically like a campfire where there's two chairs and people are kind of like roasting marshmallows. So I'm getting the feeling of passion from the fire energy, but I'm also getting the feeling of like a sense of coziness. And it's almost like we feel natural or comfy around each other. Because I think of like when you go camping, you're kind of not packing a lot of things. You're kind of just being natural. You're getting in touch with nature. You're not like thinking too much about technology or things like that. You're kind of just focused on the present moment, focused on the nature, focused on the people around you. So that's kind of what I'm getting here, the feeling of like I'm present and I'm kind of just focusing on you and I feel comfortable, I feel at ease, I feel like I can be myself, I can make jokes, tell stories, and just be cozy around you and present. So this is how this person feels when he catches sight of you. I'm getting the word patient, so he's patient as he pursues you, in terms of like knowing that it takes time to get to a place where he wants to be with you, knowing that it takes effort to get there, even for those in separation. Maybe he knows that he has to sort of jump through hoops to earn your forgiveness or something like that. And he's patient. He doesn't mind. He doesn't mind the chase. I am feeling pins and needles, like a numbness in my left foot. So that can represent, the left side is our spirituality. So that can represent this person, again, not knowing what steps to take yet. Because when we think of feet, we're taking steps somewhere. But when we think of feet, we also think of groundedness, the root chakra energy, or I know there's a chakra by our feet, but I just can't remember what it's called, but it's kind of related to that grounded energy. So maybe sometimes you make this person feel grounded, whereas sometimes they feel like a sense of unease in not knowing what steps to take towards you, or not knowing where they're going with you, not knowing where they stand with you, something like that. Okay, and the left side also has to do with our emotional side. So I'm just gonna say not knowing what steps to take or where we're going. Again, overall sense of confusion. Where are we going? Where are we headed? What does the future hold for us? This is what this person is questioning. Are we on the same page? Do we both like each other the same? That's what this person's questioning. So there's a lot of questioning going on in their mind and confusion, like we said before. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I keep picking up on these two energies. I hear the word Reiki. Maybe some of you are Reiki healers. That's just a random message, just for extra confirmation. And I'm seeing a crown in my mind's eye. So this person wants to treat you like a king or queen, depending on who's watching this pile. Treat you like royalty. And they know you deserve that royal treatment, that princess treatment. Okay? Or prince treatment. And they also want to give you what you deserve. Now I am seeing a ladder, but one step is missing from this ladder. So there is this feeling here of like, again, I want to take steps towards you, but how do I do this? What's missing? Like something's missing in my plan to pursue you, but I don't know what it is yet. I'm also getting this feeling of fatigue. I'm not going to write that because that relates to what we said before. Fatigue. But I don't feel like it has anything to do with you. I feel like this person's just a hardworking person in general. So sometimes when they're around you, they're just fatigued because they're working hard to kind of get your attention, but they're also working hard at work or school, whatever. Okay. There is this feeling of this person wanting to make money to spoil you or to buy you gifts, or like putting money aside to buy you gifts, wanting to kind of work hard to earn more so that they can provide for you. So I'm just going to write provider energy, buy you gifts, save up for the future. That's what I'm going to write. This person wants to be a better man. I'm hearing that. That's how he feels when he catches sight of you. Like, you push him to be a better man. You don't push him to just stay the same. You push him to grow and to change. But there is also some insecurities linked to this because I feel a wound in my solar plexus chakra. So this person wants to heal something in your connection if you're separated. I feel that energetically. Or heal themselves. Maybe they know in order to become a better man, they're going to have to do some healing work on themselves or process certain things or just figure out what steps he needs to take to become a better man. But maybe there is some insecurity here of like, can I even become a better man? Can I even grow? Can I even be what you need me to be? Am I even good enough for you? Do you even like me? Am I on your league? There are a lot of thoughts around insecurities that come up for him whenever he's around you, especially a feeling here of like, if I had to see you with another man or if I had to see you flirting with someone else, it would just like break me down and make me so insecure. So I do sense that a lot. So I think that's where I'm going to leave your reading. I'm just going to make a line here so that I have space for the next pile. But you're more than welcome to take a screenshot of this. Let me know if it resonated down in the comments below. So hopefully you can see that. So yeah, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time. Hi there, my pile number twos. If you chose this amethyst crystal in this card, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at the way he feels when he catches sight of you. So your card says jump in with Andromedan energy, adventure, and say yes to change. Please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, then please find my email address in the description box below. So how this reading is going to work is I'm first going to kind of just pull tarot cards and then see what I can pick up there. And then after that, I will be using my clairvoyance and psychic abilities to channel, and I'll write down everything I see. And at the end, you can take a screenshot of it. So what I am channeling from this card so far is with the eye here. This person does love to stare at you and look at you, may find you physically appealing in some way. Some of you may have like this colorful personality with all these rainbow colors here, or this person might just feel like you color their world in color, if that makes sense. Like you bring color to their world whenever he catches sight of you. Like you make his world so much brighter and so much more colorful. It's reminding me of the feeling of, like, when you start to fall in love and the world just becomes more colorful and brighter and everything becomes more happy and the birds are chirping and it's just sunshine and rainbows kind of feeling. I'm actually hearing a song called Sunshine, Lollipops and Rainbows. I don't know who sings it, but they say like sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows whenever I'm with you, or something like that. So this person just feels an overall sense of happiness, ecstatic almost whenever he catches sight of you. He almost just feels like he wants this and he wants to take a leap of faith. This jump in card reminds me of the Fool card in tarot, when we kind of just jump into some kind of decision we make and just take a risk and a leap of faith without overthinking it too much, and see it kind of like a new beginning, an adventure, a beautiful change where sort of fully immersing ourselves into. This person could feel fully immersed into the conversation with you, into making eye contact with you, and could be that, like, their body could be like fully saying yes to this and feeling like sort of adventurous, playful, carefree whenever he sees you. That is what he feels. Let's pull your tarot cards. So I am hearing like you're the bacon to my eggs, or like something like that. Like you guys are kind of just like a dynamic duo and you're always together, or you're always like a team, two peas in a pod. That is the type of energy I'm feeling and channeling. He might also feel so much feelings for you that he doesn't exactly know what to do with that or how to deal with those feelings. It's sort of like a little bit intense, not overwhelming in a bad way, but just like he doesn't know what to do with these feelings he has for you. He may sometimes even feel scared about like how much he actually likes you, how attached he is to you. No matter like where you are in this connection, you could be asking about a person that's kind of just crushing on you, and they haven't made the first move yet, but maybe they want to here. But they still feel attached to you in some way. You could be asking about someone you've been dating for a long time, and he feels so much feelings towards you that he's never felt this way for anyone before, and he doesn't know what to do with these feelings. So that is the feeling I'm getting here. I don't feel like he wants to run from these feelings or hide from these feelings, but there is a fear here of getting hurt. And there is something about like insecurities being brought up for this person. We'll see what those are as we get deeper into the reading. So just keep your person in mind while I shuffle. So spirit guides of pile number 2. I'm also just getting this information like intuitively by just knowing. So like I'm getting this information for you pretty fast without even using cards. So I feel like this person feels these feelings so intensely that it's almost like I'm picking up on it immediately. And maybe you pick up on it too, because you chose the amethyst crystal, which is a crystal of like intuition. So maybe you sense this person feeling something, even if they haven't expressed it yet. Even if they have, maybe it's even more intense than what they have expressed, those feelings they have for you. So how does he feel when he catches sight of pile number 2? How does he feel when he catches sight of pile number 2? Okay, we have the 7 of Swords. What I'm channeling from the 7 of Swords energy, because the Queen of Swords was here like behind or on top of the 7 of Swords, I'm getting this feeling of like I want to express these feelings I have for you, but some part of me is scared. Some part of me almost like wants to hide these feelings, because 7 of Swords can sometimes represent hiding something, and we're talking about feelings here. So I'm not sensing any negative intentions or anything from the 7 of Swords, but I'm also sensing intuitively from this card with the 8 of Swords at the back of the deck of this feeling of like, I feel stuck. I want to tell you how I feel. I want to express to you how I feel here with the Queen of Swords, but I'm not exactly sure how to. I'm not exactly sure how to put these feelings in words. And again, I'm picking up on these insecurities because I feel a pain in my solar plexus as I talk about this. So perhaps this person could be thinking things like, oh my gosh, does pile number 2 even like me? You know, am I even good enough? Like, am I even attractive? Do they find me handsome or do they find me ugly? Like, I don't know. This person could have a lot of insecurities running through their mind. I don't know what it is exactly, but I am sensing that. So show me more, Spirit, how he feels when he catches sight of pile number 2. We have the 3 of Pentacles. We have the 4 of Pentacles, and we have the Chariot here. He feels like you're a catch or a keeper. He may even feel like you're kind of out of his league. And he may even feel like this feeling of a fear of rejection or a fear of you cutting him out of your life. Maybe you're someone that has really high standards and you sense BS before it happens. You sense lies before it happens. Not that this person would want to do any of that to you, but I think this person can kind of tell that you're a no BS type of person, where when someone does you wrong or makes like one small little mistake, like, you're going to cut them out. You're not going to deal with that. And I don't mean like mistake as in something small, but like something big that would cause you to question the connection or question the person's motives or intentions. Then you won't pursue that person, or you won't even like talk to that person. And I think this person is scared of like messing up or making a mistake. With the 7 of Swords, this card here, not in a way of like lying or doing anything shady, because I don't feel like this person is like that in their nature. But I feel the energy of like, what if I mess up and say the wrong thing and they get angry at me and stop talking to me? Or, what if they reject me and they don't even like me and I make a fool of myself? Um, I'm hearing a song as I say that, called I'll Be a Fool for You or something like that. I think it's Snow Allegra. She's been coming up a lot in my readings lately, like her songs, but I haven't listened to her in a while. It's interesting when certain artists just come up like all of a sudden in my piles. I don't know what the meaning of that is, but anyways, I kind of feel like this person wants to make a move on you, but is scared to, or yeah, it's kind of like self-sabotaging in some way with the 5 of Swords at the back of the deck, is afraid to admit how they feel. But some part of them just wants to take that leap of faith and just say yes to this and just try it anyways and just go, fuck it, let me try it anyways. Like, that's the feeling I'm getting from this, the Fool card energy. Almost like I just want to take a leap of faith here and not think about these worries or fears too much, because these fears may be holding this person back in some way. Okay, with the 4 of Pentacles here, I think this person... so I was seeing a vision with this card that I'm going to explain to you, but please don't take it in a disrespectful way, because I don't feel like this person would actually say this or do this to you because they don't want to be disrespectful. I do sense a feeling here of like, well, I saw a vision of someone like squeezing a person's boobs. So maybe this person is very drawn to your chest area or boobs if you're a woman watching. And it's almost like, when someone has like big breasts and you kind of look there and you want to look at their face and then it's like eyes appear. I'm sensing that type of energy with the eye here of like, I want to keep looking there, but I don't want to be disrespectful. There's this feeling here of attraction to your body, but maybe not wanting to say it or come on too strong or be overly sexual with you and like scare you away. So there is a feeling here of being drawn to your body and being attracted to your body, but also your face, but also like not wanting to come on too strong. I feel like this person could feel this desire to touch you, but not in just sexual ways, but also in non-sexual ways, where there's like a desire here to hold you or to hug you one day or to something about physical touch is coming through here, where maybe they even daydream about it or something like that. But this person also may know that you may struggle to trust people or to let people in. So this person is trying to almost like be the most trustworthy for you or show you that you can trust them. And I see him kind of feeling like you see right through him, or this feeling of like you see right through me, and there's a feeling of intimidation because of that. Because there's an uncomfortable feeling here, but not in a bad way where he doesn't want you to do that, but because he has nothing to hide except his feelings. And he's scared that you sense or pick up on his feelings. Maybe he knows you're intuitive. I don't know. But this kind of feeling of like, you see right through me. I can't hide anything from you. Maybe there's this intense gaze that you have that almost turns this person on but makes them uncomfortable at the same time, because he feels like you're seeing right through him, like I said. So I don't know how to exactly explain that energy, but I hope you understand what I mean. When I look at these cards, I'm seeing a vision of someone have their headphones in and or earphones in, and they have like really nice music playing, and they kind of just feel almost light-hearted, carefree. They kind of just feel like dancing around, walking, and like sort of, when someone walks and they have like a jump to their step, that's what I'm seeing clairvoyantly. So you make this person feel like that, like music is playing in their ears even when it's not, like just this overall happy type of vibe, if that makes sense. You make them feel high without any substances, like sort of just high on life, if that makes sense. That is the feeling I'm getting from him whenever he catches sight of you. He definitely likes what he sees and he wants to pursue you, but he doesn't exactly know what to say or do to pursue you, or to get you to pay your attention or focus on him. You may be that type of person where when you like someone, you kind of pretend that you don't like them, or like you kind of don't pay much attention to them, or you don't really know what to say to them or how to interact with them, where there's this feeling where both of us may be shy, both of us may not know what to say to each other. And when it comes to people that are not your crush, you can kind of just like say anything to them, be your free, authentic self in front of them without any shyness or nervousness. And then it kind of sends mixed signals to people sometimes, because some people will think you like them when you don't, because you are like that. But then this person may question if you like them or not, because of you kind of like seeming like you're not interested when you actually are. For some of you, it is like that. So take it as it resonates if it is. But that is what I'm seeing. So maybe this person feels as though like they kind of just don't know whether you like them back or not, or whether this is like really just like a one-sided thing or not. That is what I'm getting here. Although this person has fears around like pursuing you or being rejected or anything like that, or even being hurt in this connection, I feel like they want to overcome those fears and they kind of just want to do it anyways. I feel like with the Chariot here, this person could kind of just feel like on top of the world. I'm hearing like a sense of power, knowing that they can get through these fears and that these fears don't have to hold them back anymore. I feel like this person's kind of taking back their power from these fears that hold them back. And with the Four of Pentacles, they could have held on to these feelings for a very long time for you, but not actually done anything on it or acted on it or said anything to you. This person may also feel whenever he catches sight of you is like, you guys have potential, or you guys could have like a compatibility with each other where it would be easy to get along with you in some way. That's what he would imagine. But he is scared of like incompatibilities, or like this feeling of like, what if I'm so into them right now, but then we actually are incompatible? So there is a feeling of them questioning themselves of whether this is actually true or not. For a lot of you, I feel like either you're in a relationship with this person and things are going extremely slow because both of you are pretty shy and like you guys know each other well, but this person could be afraid to mess up, afraid to say the wrong thing, do the wrong thing, and it kind of like slows down your connection even though this person wants to speed it up. Or for others of you, it could be like you're not even dating this person, but you're both kind of just crushing on each other, eyeing each other out, or in some kind of situationship where things are very slow and it's like you're both hiding your feelings for one another with the moon, or just keeping it to yourselves in some way. So show me more how he feels when he catches sight of pile number 2. You make him nervous, but in a good way. We have the tower. So Spirit is showing me, well, I'm hearing the song Clumsy by Fergie, but Spirit is also showing me a scenario where, like, say someone's really nervous and they end up slipping or they end up like falling over because of their nerves, or they end up stuttering because of their nerves. Like I'm seeing something like that, which is why this person's afraid to talk to you. Again, there's this feeling of like, I'm afraid I do that or I have done that, and I'm scared of you thinking of me like in an embarrassing way because of that. If that makes sense. So we have the Tower, the King of Swords, the Magician, and the Lovers. And at the back of the deck now we have the Knight of Pentacles. This person doesn't want you to force this person doesn't want to force anything with you. They kind of just want to go with the flow. That's how he feels when he catches sight of you. Like, he does want to pursue you or create some kind of romantic connection with you. That is his intention. Like, he wants some kind of serious, committed connection here with the Lovers, and he does want to pursue you and have like some kind of long-term connection with you rather than just a fling. He hasn't expressed that yet, but he does want that. He's scared that if he expresses that, that you might not want the same thing. And that is why he feels as though he shouldn't force anything and he should just kind of go with the flow and not feel the need to pressure the universe or to pressure you into this, and kind of just, I feel like he's kind of thinking if this is meant to be, or if we're meant to be together, it will sort of just happen naturally. It won't be something I have to force. It will kind of just happen unexpectedly. Of course, this person is planning to tell you how he feels or to kind of give you little hints along the way, or kind of like pursue you slowly, build a friendship with you. He definitely feels very happy around you. He feels very talkative, but at the same time scared to say the wrong thing, mixed with nervousness. So that's just like, I don't know, a whole mix of energies and feelings that are a little bit overwhelming, but this person overall just feels happy in your presence and never feels bored in your presence, just feels happy. Maybe there's even this feeling of like, I feel in love with the Lovers here. Aphrodite is one, well, she's the most beautiful goddesses. Well, she's the most beautiful goddess of them all. So I feel like this person could often be admiring your beauty, could only have eyes for you, could see you as like the most beautiful person he's ever laid eyes on, where your beauty is incomparable to other people. He could even like make up scenarios in his head of like what it would be like to be with you romantically. Because she's holding and hugging this kind of statue looking man, I get this feeling of making up scenarios in my head, or daydreaming about what could be between the two of us. I see that going through his head whenever he catches sight of you. Okay, there also is a feeling here of like, please give me a chance, but I also don't want to beg for you, but please give me a chance, if that makes sense. This person doesn't want to look desperate, but kind of feels desperate for your attention. But they don't want to be desperate because it feels kind of disempowering. They don't want to get hurt, and again, they don't want to force anything, but at the same time, they do kind of feel a little bit desperate for something to happen, because this person feels as though they've never felt like this for anyone else for a long, long, long time. And you're the first person that has brought on these unexpected feelings for them. This person didn't expect to fall for you, or didn't expect for these feelings to come about for you. And I think this person kind of wonders whenever he catches sight of you, like, why do I hide these feelings? Because what if I hide these feelings and pile to find somebody else? I wouldn't be able to go and date someone else because I have feelings for pile two. So, like, maybe I just need to suck it up and just let go of these fears and make a move anyways. This is how this person's feeling. Okay. He's kind of thinking of ideas of like how he can say it or how he can pursue you, if that makes sense. So I'm going to remove these cards and then I'm going to channel now. So don't mind the first half of the page, that was pile one's energy. So how this is going to work is I'm just going to write everything I see clairvoyantly, everything I feel here, whatever it is that comes through. And then at the end, you can take a screenshot if you'd like to. So the first thing I'm seeing is Futurama. I think that's a TV show, a cartoon. I don't know if I'm spelling that correctly, but if I'm not, sorry. Since the word future's in here, perhaps this person could be thinking about the future, but also, since this is kind of like an animation kind of show, I feel like there is a feeling here of like, I want to maybe watch movies with you, or Netflix and chill, or maybe you make me feel like I'm in a movie or something like that. Okay. So I'm just gonna write Netflix and chill with a question mark, and also making them feel like they're in a movie or something like that. Okay, so how does he feel whenever he catches sight of pile two? Again, I'm seeing this energy of like, I'm imagining what I would say to you or what our interaction would be like. Daydreaming type of energy. They kind of like imagine your conversations and what it would be like to date you, or like kind of just imagine future scenarios with you. They're kind of taken aback by your beauty. That's what I just heard. This person thinks you're kind of unpredictable. So he doesn't exactly know what to expect from you. But that makes it even more exciting, because he doesn't know what to expect, okay? He doesn't know what's going to happen next. He wants to ask you out on some kind of date or some kind of like setting where you're going out together. That's how he feels whenever he catches sight of you. And he wants to specifically do something fun with you, like go to an arcade or go to an amusement park or something fun. Like, I'm seeing that. He might not say it's a date, but he might imply that. He might almost feel like, I just impulsively want to do this. Because I've been sitting so long on these feelings, but I've never taken action on them. So I just want to impulsively do this. I'm seeing a moon again, and we saw that moon card at the back of the deck. So moon energy is like something that's hidden, right? So this shows hidden feelings that he's not expressing. This is confirmation. But the moon energy also reminds me of like deeper emotions, and also, as I said, deeper emotions. I saw your spirit guides. So I'm taking that as confirmation. And also, you know how the moon kind of just goes through different phases? So I feel like this person might go through different phases of emotions, where sometimes they're feeling really scared, sometimes they're feeling really brave, sometimes they're feeling really excited, sometimes they're feeling worried. They kind of go through different phases of emotions every time they see you. Okay, so I'm seeing two people at a dinner date now. So dates keep coming up. But now I'm seeing like a fancy restaurant, right? I feel like he might take you there maybe later, like a second date. Or for some of you, maybe this is the first date, but I'm seeing like a fancy restaurant and it's like you order something and then immediately he's like, "Do you like it? Do you like it?" So there could be this feeling here of like um almost wanting to make things so good for you that you enjoy every moment, and almost like being scared that you don't have a good time or that you don't enjoy it. So now I'm seeing the apple from Snow White, where the old woman like kind of offers her the apple. But in this case, I'm seeing it like there is no poisonous apple, but that you might be skeptical of this apple. Say, imagine you're in the scenario where you're Snow White and you've been offered a poison apple before. You've been hurt before, and now you're skeptical of this apple this person's offering you, even though it's not poisonous. So this person might be scared of like you not trusting them. I feel a lot of fears from this person. They might even be envious when they see you with other men or other people, or the thought of you seeing other people makes this person envious. But I just want to Google the spiritual meaning of an apple because I kind of want to look more into that. Okay, so an apple represents temptation, knowledge, fall from grace, and the loss of innocence. So, how I'm kind of reading that is perhaps this person is kind of like seeing, it's associated to forbidden fruit, right? So, maybe this person feels like you would never be with them or you would never pay attention to them. You're kind of forbidden in that sense, but not really. But they kind of just want to do it anyways. They're tempted by you, and maybe also like sexual attraction is here. But with the loss of innocence, I'm getting that this person is letting go of these fears that hold them back. Because think about it, like when you're a kid, you're really scared of the world. I'm taking the message like that. Like when you're a kid, you're really scared of the world. You don't really know what's out there, but as you grow up, you kind of know how to deal with the world around you. So I'm getting this feeling of like I'm learning how to let go of my fears, and I'm learning to kind of not fear the future and just almost take these fears as something that's teaching me something. So that's how I'm reading this energy from this man's energy. But it can also represent good health, future happiness, to me, sweetness. It says here it's a symbol of life. So that is a good meaning. I'm also seeing a heart with an arrow in it. So this person, the way I'm reading this is it's reminding me of Cupid's arrow. So this person could kind of feel like they have been shot by Cupid's arrow, and they kind of just like are under this love spell energy, where it's not really a love spell, but they kind of feel like they're under one, if that makes sense. Maybe some of you did, some of you didn't, but I'm getting this feeling here of this person almost feeling like they're catching feelings for you and they don't know how to stop it. Because when I think of Cupid's arrow, you can't really stop that feeling that's being brought to you. But there is also a thing here of this person has been hurt before, you've been hurt before, and they don't have any bad intentions or any intentions of hurting you, and they want you to know that. It's kind of reminding me of that song Take Care by Drake. So I'm just going to write it here because the energy kind of reminds me of that song. So hopefully you can see that there. Anything else, Spirit? This person is very careful and strategic about their next moves, but not in a bad way. I know the word strategic can kind of come across as negative in love readings, but it's not coming through as like bad. It's more so coming through is like, I want to plan my next move carefully. I want to make sure everything's in order. I want to make sure everything's planned. So for example, let's say this person takes you out on a date. They're planning the location, the time. They're planning everything so that you don't have to plan it. They're being careful in the sense of thinking very carefully. Does pile number 2 even like this restaurant? Does pile 2 like this place? What will they like? Like, how can I appeal to their needs or their wants? So that is what's coming through. So he does want to appeal to your needs and wants and fulfill them and kind of just take you off your feet, if that makes sense. I mean, sweep you off your feet. That's what I mean. And he almost wants to capture the memories between the two of you or make new memories between the two of you. And I'm also hearing he wants to stick with you, stick by your side. Okay, so that is all I'm channeling for you. I really hope this resonated with you. You're more than welcome to take a screenshot. Hopefully you can see that here. So please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Hi there, my pile number 3s. If you chose this green Aventurine crystal and this card, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at how he feels when he catches sight of you. So please be aware that this is a general reading. Only take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, then please find my email address in the description box below. So how this reading is going to work today is I feel drawn to pulling some cards for you, analyzing those cards. Then after that, I'm going to use my psychic abilities and clairvoyance to get more specific messages, and I'm kind of going to channel and write down everything I see, and then at the end you can take a screenshot of whatever I write down. So your card says you're not for everyone in the reverse with embrace your weirdness, face your true north. So let me go ahead and shuffle your cards. Let's get straight into it and keep your person in mind while I shuffle. So I heard the word ascension. This person could be in a process of growth right now, and I don't know how that's applicable to the reading, but maybe it affects your love life in some way, or your connection to this person in some way, or maybe this person wants to grow, wants to become like a better version of themselves for their future partner. I know it's reminding me of like this quote I saw online a long time ago, where it was like, a lot of people look for the quote unquote perfect person, but they don't actually try to become that person or become that ideal lover for that perfect person. So I kind of feel this person going through this phase of like not necessarily looking for the quote unquote perfect person, but more so becoming that ideal version of self so that they can attract better. So let's see what comes up in the cards. Spirit guides of pile number 3. And if it's not so that they can attract better, if you're dating this person, then it could be like, so that I can be a better partner for you instead of demanding you be a better partner for me. Because it's kind of like when we start to work on ourselves, it also encourages other people to do so too. Or maybe you have already worked on yourself and this person wants to as well. Just take it as it resonates. So spirit guides of pile number 3. Spirit guides of pile number 3. How does he feel when he catches sight of pile 3? We have the Knight of Pentacles. How does he feel when he catches sight of pile number 3? We have the 8 of Wands. We have the 3 of Cups. And we have the Star. Okay, at the back of the deck, we have the Hanged Man. Okay, so most of you, I feel like you're not dating this person, but you're kind of just crushing on them and you want to know what they think of you or what they feel. And I feel like this person's kind of just in this phase right now where they've been waiting for love to enter their life for such a long time. They've been hopeful about like love entering their life for such a long time that it just hasn't happened yet. So now they're kind of just trying to focus on themselves, their own independence, their own career, studies, or work, and not try to focus too much on love while still having hope that it does exist and that there is a love out there for them. But they're not necessarily chasing after it or quote unquote looking for it, but rather hoping that if they work on themselves, that love will just find them. So for those of you that are single and relate to that, that's your message. And for others of you, if you're dating this person, which there's very few of you that are dating this person, like or committed to this person, I feel like that message doesn't really apply to you, but maybe this person is kind of just trying to work on themselves, gain their own independence, even though you're in a connection, become a better man, become a better version of themselves so that you guys can improve your connection in some way. Maybe heal your connection with the star if you're going through problems. And if not, then this could just be that he has a lot of hope that you guys can create like a beautiful love story together, because that's how I see the star energy. He definitely admires you from afar, because when I think of a star energy, I think of like how we often admire the stars from afar, but we almost feel like it's out of reach, or we can't necessarily go and touch the star, but we can see the star from afar. So for a lot of you that are single watching this pile, kind of wondering how this person feels, I think this person often admires you from afar, but kind of feels like you're out of reach, or like maybe you're almost like just shining in a way. And I feel like this person just admires that about you. Like, you don't dim your light or make yourself small. You're very authentic, and you're not afraid of other people's opinions. You don't care about what other people say or do or think of you. And so this person's very inspired by that energy you have. They look up to you in some way. So whenever he catches sight of you, I see a feeling here of inspiration. I see a feeling here of like admiration, looking up to you, maybe even secretly admiring you from afar, thinking you're beautiful, thinking you shine in your own way, loving your authenticity and how you're just like true to yourself. That's what this person thinks and feels. Okay, so I also see this energy here of this person maybe feeling like they struggle to be themselves, or like embrace the weird, unique, quirky parts of them. They maybe also struggle to figure out where they're going in life, or where they should go next, or what their purpose is, or what they're meant to do. And maybe you are in that energy where you're already going towards your purpose, where you already know what you want to do with your life, and you're kind of just taking action towards that. And that's also very inspiring for this person to kind of see you take that journey and almost like want to follow in your footsteps and be more like you in that sense. This person feels like if they could date you or be with you, they would be very lucky. And if you're already dating him, then this could be like, I feel so lucky dating a person like you. I mean, like, look at you. It kind of just feels like this person puts you on a pedestal. I'm not gonna lie, pile number 3, he does. He puts you on a pedestal. He kind of just, I don't know how to explain this energy, but it's almost like he looks at you like you're perfect in some way, or like you can do no wrong, or like you're just so amazing. And there is no bad like view of you in any way. There's just like a really good view of you. If that makes sense, with like the putting you on the pedestal. There may even be a feeling here of like, I think you're out of my league, even if you're not, even if you are. I think you're out of my league. I think like you're almost just so amazing that like, do I even match up to you? Do I even match up to your standards? Like that's a kind of feeling that's being brought through here by this person. So even if you're in a relationship to this person, he could sort of feel that way, like you're out of his league in some way. Or like I'm hearing he bagged a baddie, or he kind of just got you and he doesn't know how he got you. He doesn't know how you're interested in him. That's the feeling that's being brought through here. Okay, with the 8 of Wands showing up, this tells me that he wants to take action towards you, but he also wants to take action towards himself and his own dreams and desires. So there is this feeling here of like, I want to pursue you and take action, but I also need to take action on myself, if that makes sense. Like take action towards my own dreams, my own things I want to pursue. Um, this person wants to maintain some kind of independence outside the relationship, some kind of social life outside this connection. So let's say you aren't dating this person, but this person does think of pursuing you sometimes. Maybe they're gonna do that slowly but surely. I don't feel like they're gonna come on so strong, but they're gonna take action towards you with the Eight of Wands and be consistent with it with the Knight of Pentacles. But they're also going to maintain their own social life with their friends and maintain other things they're working towards, in terms of their career, studies, goals, whatever it is, outside of pursuing you. So I see that being like their intentions or their next moves, um, being shown to me through here in the card. So I think this person's thinking of like what next moves or what next action they're gonna take towards you, but also towards their own dreams and goals and desires. And even part of that could be like just figuring out what he wants to do with his life, you know? Um, so that is what I do sense here. If you're dating this man, then this could be like he wants to pursue you, take action towards you, but also focus on himself at the same time, maintain his own independence and freedom. Maybe you give him that. Like maybe you guys aren't so codependent on each other where you give each other time and space to focus on your goals, to focus on your friends, to go out with your friends. Like maybe there's this feeling here of like you really trust him, where you just allow him to be himself and give him his own freedom to kind of just hang out with his friends and, you know, do whatever he needs to do. There isn't a feeling here of like I feel trapped in this connection. He actually just feels free in this connection, like he can just do what he needs to do, and there isn't going to be any resentment here if he goes to see his friends, you know what I mean? So that's something he's thankful for. Um or he could imagine your connection would be like that. Like you'd both be pretty independent and do your own thing, but also come together and not be codependent on each other. So show me more, Spirit. How does he feel when he catches sight of pile number 3? How does he feel when he catches sight of pile 3? Okay, we have the High Priestess. We have the Moon. We have the Fool reversed. And we have the Ten of Pentacles reversed. At the back of the deck, we have the Hermit. Okay, so I do sense that energy of like, I'm learning to be alone. I'm learning to just be comfortable with myself. If you're single and if you're asking about this person, and if you are in a relationship with this person, it's kind of like, I'm learning to be okay with myself, even through this connection, like sort of learn to enjoy my own presence and not rely on you too much to make me happy or to make me feel fulfilled or to make me feel less lonely or whatever it is. Like, I think this person's in this phase of getting comfortable with themselves and doing inner work on themselves and kind of just focusing on their inner inner world, but also what they want to build externally for themselves, career-wise, financially, their goals, their passions, things like that. But this person also wants your heart. They want to almost like steal your heart away. I see that in his energy. So he's maybe thinking of like ways he can pursue you, what he can do to almost like catch your heart, if that makes sense. He feels like things are kind of progressing at its own pace with you, where there isn't a need to rush things here. Um, because he knows that there is time to kind of just pursue you and not necessarily feel the need to rush it, because if it is something that's going to happen, it's going to happen regardless. Um, so that's kind of like the mindset he's in right now. With the Moon here, there are deeper feelings that he kind of just keeps to himself, that he kind of wants to take action on. He's not really much of a wordy type of guy that will tell you like all these lovey-dovey things, but he's more so going to show you through his actions rather than just tell you how he feels. I think you can naturally sense these feelings from him, and I think he can sense these feelings from you too. And that's why he does want to act on it and pursue it, because he can see the way you look at him or the way you interact with him that you like him too. If you're single and you're asking about this man, and if you're in a relationship, then even if you guys don't express those little things to each other all the time, maybe he can see that you feel the same way towards him because you return the effort he's putting in, or like he can just sense by the way you interact with him or by the way you look at him that you feel the same way he does. So he kind of just feels like his feelings for you are reciprocated in some way. There's depth here in your connection. That's how he feels, and I think he's just excited to see where things go next in your connection. He feels like you're the kind of person he would want to date long term. And he's very serious about this connection with the Fool reversed. But I do also think that for some of you, like if you're single, he wants to be serious about love, but he also doesn't want to like get into a relationship just yet or rush things just yet. Like he kind of just wants to pursue you and see if this works first, to see if there is potential of like a long-term connection. Not that he doesn't want one, but I think that he kind of just doesn't want to put all his hopes in one person if you're single and asking about this person, where he later ends up disappointed or something like that, that things don't work out. So I think he kind of just doesn't want to get his hopes up, but he does feel something towards you and does want to pursue it, but also doesn't want to be too hopeful about it where he gets his feelings hurt. But he also doesn't want to be pessimistic about it. He kind of just wants to be neutral, positive, but not too hopeful, if that makes sense. Okay, and if this is like a romantic connection, a little bit of that could be showing through here too. Like maybe he thinks you guys have a future with each other, but he also doesn't want to be too hopeful about it in case he gets disappointed. That may be a fear of his. Like maybe he's had situations where he's gotten his hopes up and it just later end up disappointing him. So yeah, that is the gist of the energy I see here. There could also be like this deeper soul connection between the two of you with the moon and the high priestess that he feels, but he can't put his finger on what it is or like explain what it is. He feels confused by this because he feels like this deeper connection to you that can't be explained by words, but it's felt spiritually. And I feel like you two pick up on each other's emotions or sense things about one another. There may even be like a telepathic connection here, of some kind that he feels but might not know the words to or might not know how to explain. This is like some kind of soul connection. Okay, so that's what I see here. I'm going to remove these cards and now we're going to channel what we see. This person does want to be liked by you, but also doesn't want to like chase after your validation, if that makes sense. He wants to feel secure on his own without like needing validation from another person, if that makes sense. But in some way, he does kind of want your validation. Okay, so I'm going to write everything down here on this page, and then at the end you can take a screenshot of it. So spirit guides of pile number 3, please show me how he feels when he catches sight of pile number 3. He thinks you're a very kind person and he feels comfortable around you. There is a sense of familiarity with you, like I can just be comfortable around you. Like I feel like you're like there's this familiar feeling with you. Especially if you guys aren't dating yet, there could be this feeling yet here, even if you're not dating, where he hasn't felt like this with anybody else. Like usually when you meet someone and they're a stranger, you take time to get comfortable around them and feel at ease around them. But with you, there's like this immediate feeling of I feel comfort around you. And this person could have felt like this even if you're dating this person like in the beginning, and could still feel like this. And I'm seeing something about like working on ourselves, because I'm seeing someone kind of take a hammer and fix things within their heart space. So this could be him healing his heart, or working on himself, like I said before. He's careful about how he pursues you. He knows that you're a rare gem, and he knows that like he's gonna have to be serious about this if he pursues you, or if he has already pursued you. He has to be serious about this and not do anything to like disappoint you or hurt you. Because it's kind of like he looks at you as someone with a heart of gold, and he kind of just wants to earn that affection or love from you. Um, and he knows that like there's something special about you that he can't not take you seriously. Earn your love or trust. I'm hearing that he sees this connection as sacred in some way. Maybe this connection is also healing to him in some way. He feels like you're a lot of fun to be around whenever he catches sight of you. Because I'm seeing like two swings. So you kind of bring his inner child out, and you kind of just make him feel like he just has a lot of fun around you. And I'm seeing someone take a bunch of shots, which is making me think of like fun. But it's also making me think of like your love kind of being intoxicating for this person. Like maybe you intoxicate them, or your love can be like addicting in some way, or your presence can be addicting in some way. Maybe he just wants like more and more of you, wants to spend more time with you. Because I'm seeing like you two hang out, and then he's like, when can I see you again? So like immediately after hanging out, he wants to know when he can see you again. He kind of observes you from afar and like notices little things you do, or like little mannerisms you have. He sort of tries to analyze you in some way. I'm seeing some kind of promise of trust. I'm seeing pinky promises. So there's this feeling of like whenever he makes a promise or commitment to you, he will see it through. If you ever tell him anything he needs to keep secret, he will keep it secret. Like whatever promises he makes to you, he will fulfill, and he will like actually follow through on those promises. He won't like break any promises or break your trust. I'm hearing the word admiration again. I'm seeing the word keeper. He thinks you're a keeper. He thinks you're so dreamy as well. What I'm seeing clairvoyantly is, you know, when someone has a crush on someone like in a movie, and that person's kind of just moving in slow motion and they look so dreamy. That's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. So I think this person kind of looks at you like that whenever he catches sight of you. It's kind of like he's just enchanted by and mesmerized by you. And it's not even just your look, but part of it is your look, but it's also just the crush he has on you. I don't know what to write there about that, but yeah, I'm just gonna write that. I'm hearing like he wants to get his ish together, to be like ready for you. And even if you're dating this man, then this could be like, let's say he knows he wants like a future with you. He's trying to get maybe his things together to be ready for that, to prepare for that, for whatever action he wants to take towards you next. Like, let's say he wants to get married one day, but for example, I'm just using this as an example, and he knows that he's going to need money for a wedding or for an engagement ring or whatever. That takes preparation and planning. So I feel like he is preparing for the future in some way, shape, or form, just depending on where you're at. It will be different for all of you. He might even see you as his muse, because I'm seeing an image of someone paint another person but kind of hide the painting. So I don't know if this man is like creative or something, but he may see you as his muse. I'm seeing like a baby playmat, so he could see you as someone he could possibly have children with. Like, he could see you as someone he would want to have a family with, or maybe he just really wants a family of his own. And he can see like potential with you there. Or maybe there's something about like, I would like you to meet my family or something, or like, I know my family likes you if you've already met them. I'm seeing something about like the day before he sees you, whenever you guys make plans to see each other, he already plans his outfit the night before. He already plans like what he's gonna do with you like in advance. He's kind of just like so excited to see you that he plans everything in advance. I'm hearing the word ruminate, so he may ruminate a lot on potential fears or worries about the connection, but he may also ruminate on problems in terms of like, let's say you have issues or problems with this person in your connection. He may sort of try to find solutions to that and ruminate on that, because he doesn't want like a relationship just full of problems. He wants like an easygoing connection where it's not like hard all the time. So he's the type of man where if you bring up a problem to him in your connection, he's going to try to fix that immediately, because he doesn't want that to drag on, because that just creates misery in the connection. Like, the way he's viewing it is it leaves room for misery in a connection when you just let problems kind of build up and not work on those problems. So I'd say this is a very mature man that really has good intentions towards you, and he wants to be the best version of himself for you, and that's a really good thing to see. So how does he feel when he catches sight of pile number 3? Are there any last messages here? I'm seeing a butterfly, which is a symbol of transformation. So perhaps he wants to transform something in your connection, or transform something within himself so that the connection can transform. But that is something I do see. He also wants to make this connection healthy, because I'm seeing like nuts and vegetables, which is making me think of healthiness, but we're asking about a connection here. So, but I'm also seeing like he could want to cook for you or something like that. There's something about him wanting you to know that you don't have to worry about any type of exes. Like, he's completely over any exes he has. I don't know, random message, but I'm just getting that. And he doesn't want to like make you worry about anybody else, because there's this feeling of like him wanting to be completely loyal to you and not wanting you to worry about like other people. And I'm also hearing the word transparency. So he wants to be like transparent and open with you about everything, just out of respect for you. Like, let's say he goes somewhere, he's going to tell you where he's going, what time he's going to be back. Like, he's just going to be transparent and open about everything he's doing, so that you're able to trust him and feel secure within this connection. He seems like a very healthy, safe partner. He seems like a green flag. I just get that from his energy overall. Okay, anything else, Spirit? And I'm seeing a hug, so like maybe he feels the need to hug you whenever he sees you or catches sight of you. So I think that's where I'm going to leave your reading. I do hope this reading resonated with you. Let me know how it resonated in the comments below. You're more than welcome to take a screenshot, so hopefully you can see that. So yeah, let me know how it resonated down below in the comments. I do hope it did resonate. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.